Apple is worth about $4 trillion. They make money by selling stuff you can hold in your hand. iPhones, MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watches, AirPods. The iPhone alone makes up over half of all Apple's money. Every year they release a new one. Millions of people upgrade, and Apple makes a fortune. They sell the phone for $1,000, but it only costs them about $500 to make. That gap is why Apple is one of the most profitable companies ever created. But Apple's secret weapon is what they call services. The App Store, iCloud storage, Apple Music, Apple TV. Once you buy an iPhone, you keep paying them every month. That's the part that's growing fastest.
Microsoft, worth around $3.5 trillion, doesn't really sell you stuff. They sell businesses stuff. If you work in an office, you probably use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams every single day. Companies pay Microsoft monthly for all of those. That's their main business, software that other companies need to operate. But the bigger story is Azure, Microsoft's cloud business. Cloud just means renting computer power from someone else instead of buying your own servers. Microsoft has massive warehouses full of computers all over the world, and they rent that power to companies for huge money. Microsoft also owns Xbox, LinkedIn, and they put $13 billion into OpenAI, the company that makes ChatGPT.
Google is worth about $4.6 trillion. It looks like a search engine, but it's really an advertising company. About 80% of their money comes from ads. When you search for best running shoes, the first few results are ads. Companies pay Google every time you click. Google also owns YouTube, which makes billions from ads shown before and during videos, and Android, the operating system on most phones outside Apple, plus Gmail, Google Maps, Google Drive, all free to use, all designed to keep you in their world so they can show you more ads. Their parent company is called Alphabet. Google is technically a subsidiary, but everyone just calls the whole thing Google.
Amazon is worth nearly $2.9 trillion. Everyone knows Amazon for one thing: buying stuff online and getting it delivered the next day. They sell almost everything, and they own the warehouses, trucks, and planes to deliver it. But here's what most people don't know. Amazon's online store is barely profitable. The real money is in Amazon Web Services, AWS. This is Amazon's cloud business, just like Microsoft's Azure. Half the internet runs on AWS. Netflix, Airbnb, NASA, they all rent computer power from Amazon. AWS makes up most of Amazon's actual profit. The online shopping side basically pays for itself. The cloud side prints money. Meta is worth around $1.7 trillion. They own Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. About 4 billion people use one of these every month. That's half the world. Meta makes nearly all its money the same way Google does: ads. Companies pay to show you ads in your Instagram feed, your Facebook feed, your stories. The more time you spend scrolling, the more ads they show, the more they earn. The reason Meta is so good at this is data. They know your age, location, friends, what you click, what you watch, who you message. That lets them target ads better than almost anyone else. A small business can spend $50 and reach exactly the right 1,000 people. That's why ad money keeps flowing to Meta. Nvidia is the most valuable company in the world right now, worth over $5.2 trillion. They don't sell phones, software, or ads. They sell chips, specifically GPUs, graphics processing units. Originally, these chips were built for video games, but it turned out the same chips are perfect for training artificial intelligence. When OpenAI trains ChatGPT, Google trains its AI, Meta trains its AI, they all need thousands of Nvidia chips. Each chip costs $30,000 to $40,000. Nvidia is basically selling the shovels in a gold rush. Every company racing to build AI has to come to Nvidia first. That's why their stock has gone up over 1,000% in just a few years. Tesla is worth about $1.4 trillion. They make electric cars, Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Model X, Cybertruck, the biggest electric vehicle maker in America. But Elon Musk insists Tesla isn't just a car company. They sell solar panels, home batteries, and they're working on full self-driving software and humanoid robots. Tesla also has a charging network across America that other car companies now have to pay to use. Tesla's stock has always traded more like a tech company than a car company. Their $1.4 trillion valuation goes way beyond what they actually earn from selling cars. Investors are betting on the future products, robotaxis, robots, AI, not just the cars they sell today.
Netflix is worth around $500 billion. They started as a DVD rental service that mailed movies to your house. Now they have over 300 million subscribers, paying about $15 a month to watch movies and TV shows online. The business model is simple. Pay Netflix every month, watch unlimited content. Netflix spends about $17 billion every year making and buying shows. Squid Game, Stranger Things, Wednesday, all theirs. Netflix killed the cable TV industry. Most American families used to pay $100 a month for cable. Now they pay $15 to Netflix, maybe $15 to Disney+, $10 to Hulu. Same idea, way cheaper. Watch what you want, when you want.
OpenAI is privately valued at $852 billion and heading for a $1 trillion IPO. They make ChatGPT, the AI chatbot that you can ask anything. Write me an email, explain quantum physics, help me code. ChatGPT does it all. They make money by charging companies to use their AI through their API, plus $20 a month for ChatGPT Plus subscribers. They started as a nonprofit in 2015, but converted to for-profit to attract investors. OpenAI represents an entirely new type of tech company, an AI lab. They don't sell hardware, they don't sell ads, they don't sell software like Microsoft. They sell intelligence. Companies pay them so their products can think and write. Every major company is now figuring out how to use OpenAI or competitors like Anthropic.
Uber is worth around $200 billion. They don't own any cars. They don't employ any drivers. They just built an app that connects people who need rides with people who want to drive. They take a cut of every ride, about 25%. This is called the gig economy. Workers aren't employees with salaries and benefits. They're independent contractors who get paid per job. Uber pioneered this entire business model. Now, Uber does way more than rides. Uber Eats delivers food from restaurants. Uber Freight moves trucks across the country. They operate in over 70 countries. The whole company is basically just an app and a bunch of computer servers. But billions of rides happen on their platform every year. Airbnb is worth around $80 billion. They did for hotels what Uber did for taxis. They don't own any hotels. They built a platform where regular people can rent out their homes, apartments, or even just a spare room to travelers. Airbnb takes a cut from both sides, the host and the guest. The host gets to make money from a property they already own. The guest gets to stay somewhere often cheaper and more interesting than a hotel. Airbnb just runs the website and handles payments. This is called the sharing economy or marketplace model. The company doesn't actually own the stuff being sold or rented. They just connect buyers and sellers and take a cut. Airbnb does this for short-term stays in over 100,000 cities worldwide.
PayPal is worth around $40 billion. They're the original American fintech company, short for financial technology. They let you send money online and pay for things without giving the seller your actual credit card number. PayPal was started in 1998 by Peter Thiel and Elon Musk, among others. Today, they have over 400 million users and process over $1 trillion in payments every year. They make money by taking a small fee on each transaction, usually about 3%. PayPal also owns Venmo, the app most Americans use to split dinner with friends. Their valuation has actually dropped in recent years as bigger companies like Apple Pay and Google Pay have moved into payments. But they still process more money than anyone outside the big banks.
Different businesses, different ways of making money. But together, these companies are worth nearly $26 trillion.
That's bigger than the entire economies of every country in the world except the United States itself. That's the power of American tech. Subscribe. We make every complicated American topic simple.